Yes, everybody, it's Dave for Talking Wolves alongside Matt Cooper. Matt, how's it going, man?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. How are you?
Yeah, all good, man. All good. We're here again. Another match preview. Wolves are going to be taking on Chelsea under the lights at Molineux on Wednesday. As always, we're going to be previewing the clash. Talking about the last Wolves game as well, which I went to with, obviously, Finn. Matt, I'd assume you watched it on TV. Cardiff game. Break it down for me. What are your thoughts?
So uninspiring. No game plan from start to finish. Abject, abysmal. It just looked like they didn't want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
It just knew it was going to happen as well. I said to you before, look, Cardiff will beat us, and then they're not even any good.
Yeah.
Something needs to change quick, otherwise we're going to find ourselves in a relegation battle.
Yeah, it's at the moment Wolves 6 without a win. We just did our FA Cup live stream, and some people seem to think just because we were talking about obviously the future of Wolves that we wanted Nuno out and stuff like this. But it's at the end of the day we're sort of seeing it from Fosun's perspective, where if he doesn't start picking up results fast, and by Christmas, even Tim Spears said it on his live stream today, if they don't pick up results by Christmas, he's going to be out the door, and they're going to want to give the next manager or a new manager the money in the window. There's no point in us waiting until the end of Jan and then sacking him. So that's the thing, and that's what we were saying. Someone was saying, regardless of performance, you look at the league position. But at the end of the day, if Wolves are on a loss of form and everyone starts coming into form, that's when Wolves are going to be in trouble. And Fosun haven't come to Wolves for relegation battles in the Premier League. So things may change quickly if results don't start going Wolves' way. But Matt, Chelsea, it's not the most ideal games to get back to winning ways. Let's start off with some match stats anyway. So obviously Wolves, I think it's just 1 win in 12 against Chelsea in all competitions. The Chelsea have won the last 4 meetings with Wolves in all competitions by an aggregate score of 13-1. Chelsea have lost just one of the last 13 away league games against promoted sides. I mean, a lot of this just sort of isn't anything really. It doesn't really put anything in Wolves' favour at the moment. Wolves obviously 12th in the league, 4 wins, 4 draws, 6 defeats. Not the worst of starts, Matt, but it sort of shows almost how good Wolves' start in the Premier League actually was. Or does it show how poor the teams were or are underneath us, or is it a bit of both?
I just think we took the start for granted.
Yeah.
Played so well and got some cracking performances and results. Everyone thought that we were going to maintain that throughout the season. We were always going to hit a dip because everyone does. I'm kind of glad it's happening now rather than in March or April when it really matters.
Yeah.
But it can't go on for much longer because we will be in a relegation battle.
Yeah, I mean, November, notoriously, historically for Wolves, has never been a good month anyway. There's never really been a good month. So we've got that out of the way. We're in December now. Hopefully we can see Nuno start picking up the points because he is the man. He done wonders for us last season. So really do hope he stays on. Looking at Chelsea though, currently sat in 3rd place in the league. Had a tiny dip. I say tiny dip. They've dropped a few points recently, but 5 points now behind Liverpool, 7 points behind Manchester City in the title race. Looking at a squad, I mean, it's full of big names. Matt, obviously, the new goalie in Kepa, key men. You got Hazard, you got Willian, you got I don't know who else is going to be playing.
I think it's easy to name the people who aren't their key men, isn't it?
Yeah, so
they've got such a good squad. On paper, absolutely obliterates Wolves, but football isn't played on paper, Dave. So
that's it, man. That's we say this. Wolves have had this run of form, but they've played up against the big teams. Matt, Man City, United, Arsenal did fairly well against Spurs despite losing that game. But teams these bigger teams. They're gonna know Molineux gonna start to get this little reputation of being a tough place to go. Wolves need to learn though, Matt, but. Is this type of game against Chelsea going to is it going to favour the likes of Martino? Are they going to get a little bit more time on the ball, which has sort of been the downfall?
Yeah, I think they will get more time on the ball. I'm so gutted that Neves is missing it, but I think it'll be doing good to pull him out the firing line because he's been under par, especially the last 5 or 6 games. I think Chelsea will give us more time on the ball. They'll play to their strengths rather than worrying about ours.
Yeah.
that midfield three, we need to do a job on Jorginho like Tottenham did.
Yeah.
And that kind of neutralises their threat because Kante hasn't been as good this season playing in a midfield three, or like the left and right hand side of the centre. So I think neutralising Jorginho is the first thing we need to do, and then just play to our strengths because it is a free hit. I mean, no one's expecting us to beat Chelsea, so if we didn't get a point out of it, it'd be a good result. Hopefully, it can put us on good stead for the rest of the month.
Yeah, so Chelsea sort of rocking a 4-3-3. Straight away, the two things I see, you got Azpilicueta and Alonso as the fullbacks. Both very, very capable players, but not the quickest of defenders. So if Wolves can get, not saying Adama's going to start, but can get the likes of Jota or Costa or Cavallero running at those pair, Adama potentially in the second half to come on, that's where Wolves need to play, especially with Chelsea. They're going to be packing out the middle again. Wolves need to focus to play down the wings, like as we say. Going to be interested to see Chelsea play up top as well. Is it going to be Giroud? Is Morata going to get a nod? And of course Rudiger and David Luiz. David Luiz not having the best of seasons, to be honest, but he did get the nod against Fulham. Wolves, I know it's a cliche, but have had 2 extra days rest as well. Is that going to work in our favour? But yeah, I don't know where to start with this one, Matt. It's going to be interesting. Let's focus on Wolves though. Starting lineup for you. I mean, I think. Well, I was going to say the rest of the team picks itself, but it doesn't with some of the changes that Nuno made for Friday. So, give me, who would you have in your starting 11?
Bro, we'll go back to front. We'll have Patricio in goal. Made a mistake against Cardiff.
No John Ruddy. We had a few people asking that question.
We brought him in as, he's Portugal's #1. He's done magnificently well before the Cardiff game. His distributions hasn't been great, but he's, as a shot stopper, he's fantastic.
What about you back? Well, say back 5 then. I'd assume Vinagre is obviously, and then Doherty are going to get the nod. You have a free Bolly, Cody. So who's going to play? Well, it sort of probably depends on your midfield too as well.
Yeah, I think he'll play. He'll bring Bennett back in.
Yeah.
Doherty, Vinagre, Bolly, Cody, Bennett, and Doherty.
So does that bring Saïs up into? Well,
brings Saïs into the middle. Yeah.
This is assuming that Nuno's going to be playing the same sort of formation. Saïs
up into the he won't change it. It's too stubborn to change it. I just want to know where Dendoncker is, and why. If he's fit, which Nuno says he is, he's obviously not protecting him. So
I don't understand why.
Fans deserve to know. It's in the best interest of the fans. We essentially pay his wages.
Yeah, I don't.
We've spent £1 million on a Belgian international who's highly regarded in Belgium. Yeah, he can't even get a kick for us. So something's obviously happened, and we'd like to know because I'd like to see him play because he's got to be better than what we've got at the minute.
Yeah, it's a strange one. I think we might do a video on that, looking at that in a bit more depth, because I've seen plenty of reports about that from Belgium. A lot of them don't really make much sense, to be honest, but obviously we'll try and break it down and have a look. Now, obviously the key thing now, Matt, is that you're front three. I'd assume Jimenez gets the nod up front, but who are the other two partners? Yeah.
Jimenez up top, Jota and Traore.
Adama again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, against Chelsea again, as you say, a bit of a free hit.
I feel sorry for him. I really do. Because they were looking for them balls over the top all night against Cardiff. None of them are measured right. It only takes one of them. And he's in behind it. I feel for him because he's the only one who tries to make things happen.
His runs weren't particularly fantastic against Cardiff. Obviously, from the stands, I saw one or two chances where we could have got him on the counter, and he sort of sat either too centrally or sort of sat with the guy on the ball. And I was just like, make that run. Once his brain just ticks and actually says, right, I'm going to run, that's when we'll start creating more chances and scoring goals. But as you say, it's a free hit. Adama, does he? I mean, no one's played much worse. I mean, no one's played much better, have they? Cavallero, Costa really struggled last few games. So I think Jota, you're right with bringing in Adama. It's worth a shot for him as well. I think against Chelsea, you've got to run. I feel for him
because he's the only one out of the four who will get the ball and run at someone.
Yeah,
Jota, right. Costa, and Cavallero.
Costa looks scared, didn't he, against
you need to get him out of there. And I think Adama will come good. I know everyone's saying he's a waste of money, but he's the only player who's direct, and he's the only player I think when he picks the ball up, I think you've got a good chance of beating his man here.
Yeah. That's
I
it.
mean, the Costa we had before he was injured. Every time I got the ball, you were up off your feet. You knew he was going to do something special. And his ball control and his dribbling was fantastic. But since he was injured, he doesn't seem interested. It just looks like he's scared.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to. Well, I probably agree with that lineup. To be honest, I think Bennett will come back in. Obviously,
Yeah.
an ideal one for us would be to somewhere slot Dendoncker in, but as we say, we don't know what's going on with him at the moment. And
Might as well give him a chance, for God's sake. We ain't 1 in 6, so you might as well change something.
yeah, yeah, it's one of them. Score predictions, then, Matt. Go on.
I think anything over 3-0 Chelsea, and there will be boos circling around Molineux.
Yeah.
But I'm going to stay positive, and I'll say 1-0 Wolves.
Go on.
And
Go on.
Jimenez will score.
Jimenez 1-0 Wolves. All right, my head says 1-0 Chelsea. My heart says 1-0 or 1-1. Well, as in 1-0 Wolves or 1-1. I take, of course, a draw or a win against Chelsea. Just a little bit of something to boost the morale, boost the confidence around Molineux again. But yeah, let's see. Guys, let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hopefully, we got our thoughts across in a fairly, let's say, positive or fair way.
And get behind the boys Wednesday night, because that's what we need.
Yeah.
I'll be doing it. I'm sure Dave will. And if you go 1-0 down, you've got to get back behind them, because if they see we've dropped, then they certainly will.
Especially against Chelsea. Especially against Chelsea.
And I'm sure you will. But yeah, it's time to rally the troops. We're in a time of need here. So let's get behind the boys and show them that Molineux is a fortress.
Let's go, guys. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and of course we'll have our post-match thoughts about Chelsea after Wednesday's game. Hopefully Wolves get the 3 points. Enjoy the game, and we'll see you all very soon.